What is up, guys? Welcome to my final Starkid Nightmare Time reaction. Man, I can't even begin to describe how much I've enjoyed these stories, or these plays acted out via Zoom. They're all so good. They're all so wild, so ridiculous. So many levels and twists. Oh man, I love it. I'm not ready for it to end, but I am so ready for another story. Just because, they've all been so good. I cannot wait to see what this has in store. This is going to be The Witch in the Web as well. I'm trying to think back to like my Hatchetfield lore that I know, and the title isn't really giving me much to go off of, which is fine. That's totally cool. Like I think for one or two of the stories I kind of had an idea, but I mean, it doesn't matter. Like, it's just, it's a mystery. It's a mystery to try to figure out, and I can't wait to do it. So yeah, thank you all so much for watching all of these with me. It was so much fun. And yeah, let's go ahead and get into the final story. Oh man.
The witch in the web wants power, power over you. From the heights of her lonely tower, she flies at the early dew. I can hold her just for so long. In the web I spin and loom. But a witch is a witch if you allow her to have power over you. The witch in the web is scary, but only in your mind. Many children she has buried, their memories are mine.
What?
I tell you this for a reason, just you and your guitar. A witch becomes a coward when you remember who you are. The witch in the web is ancient. That means I know her well. She certainly tests my patience from her black and white cell. I could throw away the keys now, but that's not me, oh no. See, a witch is a witch for a reason, until you let her go.
That was really beautiful. Man, she's got such a good voice.
The door to Hannah Foster's room bursts open, and her mother, Pamela, comes storming in.
Pamela?
Nanners, you got any idea what time it is?
Hannah stops strumming and looks up from her ukulele.
Nightmare time.
It's 3 a.m. I got a date bright and early with my future husband, so shut up.
Pamela rips the instrument from Hannah's hands.
No!
Bad girls don't get to keep their little guitars.
Pamela hobbles for the doorway on a broken foot, her heavy cast dragging beneath her. Hannah stops her, pleading.
Please, I have to keep singing or I'll forget the songs.
Good.
Pamela slams the door behind her.
Jeez.
Defenseless and alone, Hannah lays back on her beat-up old mattress, pulls the blanket over her head, and waits for the nightmares to come. The next morning, Pamela plants herself in front of the TV as her favorite show begins.
This is Morning Cup of News with Dan and Donna.
Hello again, Dan. You miss me? I'm gonna marry you one of these days, you beautiful bastard. Just wait until you get a load of me. Hey, Nanners, bring them beers in from the icebox, huh?
Hannah stands in the kitchen nook of her mother's rundown mobile home, exhausted from another restless night. She grabs a half-drank six-pack from the fridge. On the TV, Dan Reynolds flashes that winning smile.
Good morning, Hatchetfield. This is Dan Reynolds.
And I'm Donna Daggett. As leaves fall and the jack-o'-lanterns light up, we know around these parts that can only mean one thing. Just a few short months until the Hatchetfield Honey Festival.
That's amazing, Donna.
You're amazing, Dan. Hey, Nanners, I want to be alone with my man. Go play outside.
With what?
I don't know. Go find some dog turds or something. Here, knock yourself out.
She tosses Hannah a beer from the six-pack. Hannah inspects it, shrugs, and heads outside. Pamela turns back to the TV, melts into the recliner.
All right. Where are we going today, Dan?
Outside, Hannah sits on the metal steps to her front door. She stares out into the Hatchetfield Witchwood, the forest that's bordered her home all her life. Lately, however, something has changed. Almost as if the Witchwood itself has woken up, and it's calling to her. She cracks open the beer and takes a swig. Hannah looks up to a tree. She nods to it awkwardly, like a wallflower at a school dance.
So, what's your name? That's pretty. Huh? Can't hold who?
Hannah leans closer to the tree, trying to hear what it's saying. But its voice is drowned out by vroom! Hannah looks to find an old station wagon pulling up beside her trailer. From it emerges Douglas Keene, aka Duke, the social worker assigned to assist the foster family. He sees the girl talking to a tree.
Hannah?
Hiya, Duke.
Hey, darling. Just came to check. What you got there?
He points to the can in Hannah's hand. Knowing she could get in trouble, she decides to play dumb and shrugs.
Where did you get that?
Mama?
She inside?
No.
Did she tell you to say that?
Uh-huh.
Let's go have a word with her.
Inside, Pamela is also playing dumb.
Oh, thank you so much, Mr. Keene. I cannot believe Hannah would just steal one of my beers. I taught you better than that, young lady. If you're gonna drink someone's beers, you gotta throw them a few bucks, huh?
Just seems to be a pattern here. Miss Foster, first Lex gets caught with your pills, and now Hannah with your alcohol.
I know, Duke. Why they gotta make it so hard to be a single mother, huh?
Okay.
Hold me.
All right, Pamela. Look, you're not gonna be holding on to Hannah at all if this keeps up. You want to lose her? Like you lost Lex?
Don't get my hopes up, Duke.
This is not a joke, Pamela. I found Hannah talking to a tree. She needs to be mentally engaged with something. Where is her ukulele?
What?
The instrument you took from her.
Me? Take from my own child?
Yeah, that's what she says.
Well, we have already established that she is a lying little turd, so...
Pamela retrieves the ukulele from the cupboard.
I was just cleaning it for her. Here you go, Nanners. You little tattletale.
Hannah sees the
God.
instrument. A look of concern washes over her when she realizes.
That's not mine.
Yes, it is.
It's wrong.
No, it ain't.
Just give Hannah her ukulele back.
You think I got money for 2 of these? This thing keeps me up all night. She won't stop just playing. How am I supposed to get my beauty sleep?
Don't play past 9, Hannah.
With the instrument returned, Duke heads for the door. He's stopped when Hannah explains.
It's the wrong color. Mine's white.
What?
In her hands, Hannah holds a black ukulele. Duke turns to her mother, but Pamela shrugs. She couldn't care less what color the thing is. Duke turns back to Hannah as her eyes go wide.
It's only black in my dreams. In nightmare time. Is this nightmare time too?
Elsewhere in Hatchetfield, an aerobics VHS tape from the 1980s plays on a vintage television set. On screen, the coach instructs.
All right, girls, pick up those knees. That's it.
An old corded wall phone rings. A mysterious woman stops her workout, pauses the tape, and throws a towel over her shoulders. Miss Holloway picks up the receiver and puts it to her ear.
Hiya, Duke.
Hey, darling. I see you've taken your first tenuous steps into the 21st century.
How's that?
Well, you knew it was me. Finally caved in and got yourself a caller ID, Miss Retro.
That's some fancy detective work.
So, you busy tonight?
Douglas Keene, are you asking me out? It's a school night.
Yeah, and I gotta wash my hair, but this isn't about us. There's a 14-year-old girl named Hannah Foster. I think she might be in need of your expertise.
Later, 2 cars pull up to the Foster residence. The old station wagon and a 1987 Pontiac Firebird. Duke's hand raps on the front door, and Pamela answers.
Hello again, Pamela. This is Miss Holloway.
Miss Holloway smiles politely, turning up the collar on her baggy jean jacket.
She's the specialist I told you about?
What did I say? Hannah don't need no specialist. I'm a good mother. I have never taken my daughter to a doctor, so unless you got a court order, I'm not letting this shrinky-dink into my home to poke around Hannah's head.
Duke sighs, raises his brows, and turns to Miss Holloway.
You're up.
Miss Holloway leans closer to the screen door that stands between her and Pamela. She places a hand on the doorframe and starts tapping as she speaks, rhythmically, hypnotically.
Miss Foster. Pamela, was it?
You don't know me.
No, I don't. But I do know you haven't been sleeping very well. Neither is Hannah.
Her voice is melodic.
Right?
It echoes in Pamela's ears.
Up at all hours of the night. Heck, must be a battle just to keep your eyes open right now. You want to sleep, don't you, Pamela?
Huh?
With Hannah sleeping well, you can rest too. Deeply, peacefully. Isn't that what you want?
Uh-huh.
Why don't you just let us in so I can help Hannah?
Okay.
As if in a trance,
What
Pamela
the
opens the screen
fuck?
door, letting Duke and Miss Holloway inside.
Now go sleep on the couch.
Uh-huh.
Pamela sleepwalks to a sunken old sofa and flops face first into the cushions. She's already snoring. Duke watches, in awe. He can't explain the things Miss Holloway can do, so he won't even try. He just shakes his head and smiles.
I think I'm in love with you. You know that?
Wouldn't blame you.
Later, Hannah sits on her dilapidated mattress, hugging her knees. Miss Holloway is on the floor beside her. She takes in the tiny room. The room Hannah once shared with her older sister. Electric lights hang from the ceiling. There's a map of California pinned to the wall. Miss Holloway smiles at the young girl.
Hello, Hannah. I'm Miss Holloway. I'm a friend of Duke's. I work with children. I help them with problems that adults might not understand or believe.
She sees the black ukulele propped in the corner. She picks it up and addresses it fondly.
So, Duke tells me that your sister gave you this? I used to play music too. A long time ago.
It's not mine. She switched them.
Your mother?
No.
Miss Holloway sets the instrument down.
Hannah, can you tell me about Nightmare Time? When did it start?
When Webby went away.
At the sound of the name, Miss Holloway freezes.
Hannah, is Webby a spider?
Sometimes. Sometimes she's a girl. She used to sing to me. I have to play her songs every night, or I'll forget them. I'll forget Webby. She wants to get rid of Webby. Then she can get me.
Who?
The witch.
What witch?
The witch in the web.
Outside, Duke hands Miss Holloway a cup of coffee. They lean on the remnants of an old wooden fence and breathe the crisp autumn air. As the sun softly sets, Duke explains.
Alex and her boyfriend got picked up selling her mother's painkillers. Ethan got 2 years. Lex got 5.
Oh, no.
It wasn't her first offense. And that was 3 months ago.
3 months. I bet that's when Webby went away.
What?
When the nightmares started.
Oh, Hannah and her sister, they were close. Lex was more of a mother to her than that charming woman. In fact, Lex told me that it was her mother's idea to sell the pills. Lex later denied it in court. I think she was afraid of leaving Hannah with no one. So, maybe it's some kind of trauma that's keeping the kid up at night.
Duke, I don't think this is like the others. I think Hannah might be in some very bad trouble.
Well, can you help her?
I'm gonna try.
That night,
God, this
Miss
is...
Holloway strikes a match
Oh, man, this
and
is
lights a
sad.
large candle. The flame illuminates Hannah's darkened room.
So, Hannah, you say there's a witch in Nightmare Time. She's the one that wants to get you?
Uh-huh.
Well, if you can promise to keep a secret, I'll tell you something. I'm a witch too.
A good witch?
Most of the time. Tell me, Hannah, in Nightmare Time, have you ever seen this?
From inside her bag, Miss Holloway retrieves a small something, wrapped in a tattered shawl. Hannah recoils as the layers of fabric are peeled back to reveal a book, bound in black. Hannah has seen this in her dreams, and she knows to fear it.
Why do you have that?
It's okay. I keep it safe. It's called The Black Book.
It's bad.
Do you know who the Lords in Black are, Hannah? They're Webby's brothers. They have followers. I think one of them is in your mind. But we're gonna get her out.
Miss Holloway begins to open the black book. Hannah winces.
No! There's nothing good in there!
Hannah, sometimes things aren't black and white. Sometimes we have to use something bad to do something good.
It all has a price.
I know. I can pay it. Let's just say I have very good credit. Hannah, you have to go into nightmare time.
No.
But don't worry. I'm going with you.
As the candle burns, a sweet mist fills the room. The electric lights twinkle. Hannah lays back in her bed and closes her eyes. Miss Holloway flips through the thick old pages of the black book, settling on one displaying the spell she needs. She takes a deep breath and taps softly on the book's cover as she guides Hannah.
Relax. Focus on the sound of my voice.
Wait.
Drift down. Deep down.
But they're already in nightmare time, as evidenced by the different
Very
colored
good.
ukulele.
Now, fast asleep, Hannah stands in an endless black void. Still dreaming, her eyes open when she feels someone take her hand gently. It's Miss Holloway, smiling at her.
See? I told you I'd be with you. Now, I know nightmare time can be scary. But you have to remember, Hannah, this is your mind. No matter what anyone here tries to tell you, you
Man, Miss
are
Holloway's
in
giving me
control.
some sketchy
understand?
vibes.
Uh-huh.
All the power here comes from you. And you are very powerful, Hannah. Okay?
Okay.
Now where's the witch?
That way.
Hannah points. They're suddenly at the edge of a vast forest, but not one of trees. Instead, hundreds upon hundreds of people jut up from the ground, roots extending from their legs into the earth like twisted wooden veins. A heavy fog seeps in. Hannah and Miss Holloway set off into the mist, toward the witch. As they pass the statuesque figures in this human forest, some of them turn to Hannah, trying to warn her.
Stay away, Hannah.
We can't hold her anymore.
Who are they?
Tree people. The men with hatchets put them here. They all had a touch of the gift. Some of them didn't want to be planted, but the hatchetmen did it anyway. Their roots made a web. The witch was stuck, but now she's not.
Stay out, Hannah. She'll get you.
Hannah, don't stop.
They press on, deeper into this strange wood. Soon Miss Holloway begins to notice the attire of the tree people they're passing has become dated. They reach one girl dressed in an oversized vintage tee, bearing the logo of some 80s pop star the whole world's forgotten.
This girl, her clothes are old.
They get older the deeper you are. Casey was planted in 1986.
The tree girl, Casey, turns to Miss Holloway in a ghost-like daze.
Can I have your autograph? We have to go back further. Much further.
Hannah and Miss Holloway pass people dressed in clothes from the 70s, 60s, 50s. The decades roll by until they find individuals who look like they're from the 1800s. Hannah stops.
This is as far as I've come. I don't know their names. They're so old they forget how to tell me. We're near the center. The witch is close.
Then let's keep going.
Miss Holloway holds Hannah's hand tightly as they step beyond an invisible threshold. Into a place in Hannah's mind that's dangerous, unknown territory. Their feet fall through the fog and crunch unseen leaves. Before them, in the distance, is a ramshackle, rotting hut. The witch's hut. Smoke billows from a crooked chimney. All around, the tree people spring to violent life, pointing and screeching. Freezes, resisting Miss Holloway's pull.
I can't do this.
Yes, you can. Don't let go.
The tree people's jaws unhinge and their mouths open to an unnatural size. Their insides glow as they let loose an ear-piercing cat-like wail. Wind howls. Miss Holloway's grip on Hannah starts to give.
Don't lose me, Hannah. Hannah!
Miss Holloway! Miss Holloway!
His hand slips from Miss Holloway's fingers. She's pushed to the ground by a gust of cold air. She tumbles through briars and thickets of dry brush till she lands with a thump on the floorboards of an old wooden courthouse.
You!
Hannah looks up to find a village worth of angry townsfolk leering over her. The citizens of Hatfield, circa 1824. Two men grab her arms and yank her feet.
No! Let me go!
She's dragged to the bench of a decrepit old judge. He points to her with a spindly, spotted finger.
Willabella Muckwab, you vile creature. You who hath danced with demons. You who hath penned the abominable tome with the blood of our children. You have been found guilty of the crime of witchcraft. For it, you shall hang from the neck until you are dead.
No! Please!
The villagers pounce on Hannah. She's suddenly in a clearing, the heart of what will one day become the Witchwood Forest. She's staring at a rickety platform. A noose hangs down from a beam up above. The townsfolk take hold of her and push Hannah toward the gallows.
Kill the witch! Kill her!
Kill her!
Hannah's thrown onto the scaffold. In the back of the crowd gathered to watch the execution, one woman stands out. Hannah can make out her jean jacket and beat-up sneaks. It's Miss Holloway calling to her.
Hannah! Hannah!
An executioner pulls a rope around Hannah's neck as the judge cries out.
Never shall she plague this land again. This land we paid for with blood. Her immortal soul shall rot here, and the roots of the wood we plant shall ensnare her. Evermore, Coteb, paid for with our sacrifice.
Miss Holloway desperately claws her way through the mob.
Hannah, you have to take control. You're giving them the power. With it, they can kill you.
But the illusion is too strong. The witch in the web has Hannah caught in the memory of her own death. The executioner takes hold of the lever, ready to release the trapdoor beneath Hannah's feet.
The innocent must suffer.
She's put you in her place.
The guilty must be punished.
You're not the witch.
You must taste blood to be a man!
At the judge's signal, the executioner pulls. The floor beneath Hannah falls away. Miss Holloway hurls herself at Hannah, catching the girl midair. The two of them go crashing through the confines of Hannah's mind. Neon lights flash. Bulbs burst. Then, quiet.
What?
Miss Holloway and Hannah land on a dusty, dirty carpet in a large, dark room. They sit, brushing themselves off.
Are you all right?
I got scared.
Well, don't next time. Hannah, I know you're afraid of the witch. She shows you things. Terrible things. She wants to trick you. She wants to hide and make a big, loud noise. Why do you think that is? Because she's afraid of you. She's dead. You're alive. You're much more powerful than she is. She knows that. She wants that power. Don't give it to her. Remember that when we go back.
I don't want to go back.
We have to. It's not safe here.
Where are we?
I had to get you out of there, Hannah. I did the only thing I could. I put you in my mind. This is my nightmare time.
Hannah looks around. She and Miss Holloway stand in the aisle of a crumbling, abandoned theater. The Starlight Theater. From the shadows, a writhing, withered husk slithers into view.
Be careful.
Miss Holloway touches Hannah's shoulder, cautioning her not to get too close. This thing is a mass of flesh, 3 emaciated forms welded together, dragging themselves along with 6 bony arms. 3 hungry mouths cry out eternally.
What are they?
3 girls I couldn't save.
Girls like me?
No, Hannah. Nothing like you.
Miss Holloway points down the aisle toward the empty stage. Beyond it is a door with a neon exit sign glowing above.
Look. There's the exit. We need you to go through it to get back to your mind. Hold my hand.
Ugh.
There are bad things here.
Hannah takes Miss Holloway's hand and follows her down the oddly long aisle.
God, this is gonna be some Inception type shit. I don't think I'm ready for this.
And debris, and moonlight shining through holes in the roof. The rows of ripped-up velvet seats seem to stretch off into nothing. From the nothing, Hannah can hear voices calling to her.
Hannah. Hannah.
Over here, my little star.
What shaking, Banana? Banana split, banana pudding. There's 1,000 ways to eat a banana.
Hannah tightens her grip on Miss Holloway's arm.
This is your nightmare time. Why are they calling to me?
Because I don't listen to them.
Hannah tries to ignore the voices as well, until she hears one that stops her dead in her tracks and makes her blood run cold.
We just keep running into each other, don't we, Hannah?
Holy shit.
She whirls around. Suddenly, Miss Holloway is gone, and Hannah stands alone in the center of the barren stage.
Miss Holloway! Miss Holloway!
It's then that Hannah realizes she's not alone. Carved into the stage beneath her is a strange symbol. Beside it, pinned to the floor by a black blade, is a rotting skeleton. Hannah backs away, only to find she can't cross the boundary of the etching below. It begins to glow around her. Green light streams up through the floorboards of the stage. It hits the skeleton, and the dead thing begins to wriggle and twist. It reaches an ossified arm to its ribcage and wrenches the black blade free from its resting place. The heap of bones rises to its feet. Life returns to the corpse in a flash of neon green. What now stands before Hannah is a man with greasy black hair, a
Uncle Wiley!
and an all denim wardrobe.
How you doing there, Hannah?
Who are you? How do I know you?
Oh, don't you worry about that. Hungry?
From behind his back, the man produces a sour green apple. He tosses it to Hannah. It reaches her. When it reaches her, it's rotten, crawling with maggots. She drops it in horror. Splat.
Ew!
She looks up, and the man is now inches away. He grabs her arm.
You're one slippery little banana peel, you know that. But I got you now. It's a shame. So much power in that noggin going right to waste.
In his other hand, he holds the black blade. He raises it high above Hannah's head.
Let's crack it open and see what's inside.
He brings the blade down, but Hannah is gone. He whirls around to find her safely clutching the arm of Miss Holloway.
You can't hurt her. You're dead.
Am I? Am I, though?
Well, I should know. I killed you.
Oh, God.
Only about half the time. The other half, I mopped the floor with that head of yours. I ate your heart. And I took your jacket. Fits me better anyway.
He pops the collar on Miss Holloway's jean jacket, which has now jumped to his body, completing his ensemble.
What are you talking about?
Well, ask the kid, she knows. You thought you stopped it, but it shattered when she came. Didn't it, Hannah? She sees it all. Every possibility. That's why her mind is so vast, so powerful. That kid is a battery. No, she's a nuclear power plant. She brought me back with nothing more than a little toot.
You're a nightmare, that's all.
Not with her around. Oh, that one's a live wire. Whoa! 200 years the ghost of that old witch couldn't do much more than spook a few trick-or-treaters on Halloween. Now, she is a very busy woman, setting up shop in Hannah's mind. Pretty soon, Hannah's body will be her new permanent residence. You know, that sounds like fun. Slipping into someone else's skin. Maybe I should give it a try.
Oh my God.
Back in the waking world, Pamela Foster's eyes burst open. Like a puppet on a string, she's lifted from the old sunken sofa and silently bobs into the trailer's kitchen nook. Duke sits watch outside Hannah's room, but he fails to notice Pamela sneaking up behind him. Wham! She knocks him out cold with an iron frying pan. In Miss Holloway's Nightmare Theater, the denim-clad man advances on her and Hannah.
Think about it. A real witch. No offense, Miss Holloway. The first disciple of Wagag-Urath, the author of the Black Book itself, paired with the most powerful psychic mind in the history of reality. Well, that's a match made in... Well, I don't want to say heaven.
Hannah, we're out of time. You gotta get to the exit. They're not gonna let me go with you. Go now, Hannah, go!
Miss Holloway points Hannah in the direction of the backstage door with the exit sign up above. The girl runs for it, leaving Miss Holloway to square off with her old enemy.
Well, well. Together again. You and me. The old Dukaroo! It's a grudge match, right? Uncle Wiley's back for another round and a shot at the belt! Back off! I got a knife.
You mean this knife?
In her hand, she now holds the black blade.
Oh!
That's the one.
Miss Holloway tightens her grip on the blade's hilt, ready to defend herself, but the denim-clad man makes no move.
You come back just to talk?
Miss Holloway, you know me. You think I'm gonna fight you head on your turf? I don't want to get my ass kicked in front of these gorgeous girls. Hey, ladies!
The six-armed, three-mouthed lump of undead tissue crawls onto the stage like an enormous screaming insect. Miss Holloway stays focused on her opponent.
No. I'm gonna cheat. Hey, you got a frog in your throat?
Suddenly, Miss Holloway can't breathe. Back in Hannah's room, Pamela Foster looms over the sleeping Miss Holloway, strangling her neck. In the Nightmare Theater, Miss Holloway chokes and struggles in vain, gasping for air. She drops the black blade and falls to her knees. The denim-clad man pounces. In an instant, his hands are wrapped around Miss Holloway's throat, too. Just as Hannah is about to reach the exit, she turns back.
Miss Holloway!
The man looks to the three-mouthed monster.
What are you waiting for? Go get her!
The thing lunges forward and bolts for Hannah. As it reaches her, Hannah closes her eyes and screams.
No!
From the girl, a pulse of psychic energy explodes. The six-armed thing is tossed into the darkness like it's nothing. The mental shockwave blazes forward, splintering the stage floor, cracking the entire theater in two. The man in denim sees the blast headed his way.
Huh?
Boom! He's thrown from Miss Holloway. In the waking world, the psychic eruption flings Pamela across Hannah's room. Smack! She cracks a mirror that hangs on the wall. Discharged from her own nightmare by Hannah's immense power, Miss Holloway wakes to find Pamela out cold on the floor. Duke stumbles into the room, holding a nasty bump on his aching head.
Are you alright?
Miss Holloway nods.
What about Hannah?
It's up to her now. Either she's gonna wake up, or the witch will.
How will we know?
Well, the witch kills us. That'll be a big hint.
Unable to get back to Hannah's mind, Miss Holloway kneels next to the sleeping girl and holds her hand. Hannah finds herself lying in bed. Sunlight pours in through the tiny window. Her eyes flutter open. It's morning. Her room is clean and tidy, and somehow brighter than it's ever been. She looks around. There's no sign of Miss Holloway, or Duke, or even her mother. She sits up, unsure what to think. Then the door opens, and a smiling face peeks in.
Hi, Hannah.
Lex!
Lexi!
Hannah's sister, Lex, steps into the room with outstretched arms.
Oh no.
Hannah runs to her. They embrace.
I'm back. They let me go. They took Mom instead. It's over, Hannah, okay?
Oh
Now we
no,
can stay
no
here
it's not.
Together forever.
Lex swings her backpack from her shoulder.
Fuck.
The pins on the front sparkle in the sunshine.
Look at all this stuff I brought you.
Lex unzips the bag and pulls out a veritable treasure trove of wonderful things, piling them all around, filling
From
the room.
prison?
Toys, games. What's this? A puppy. I'm gonna call you Spot.
Lex hands a happy little dog to Hannah. He licks her face and wags his tail. She giggles, sets him down, and looks around.
Where's my... Didn't you give me something else?
What? This isn't enough for you?
I used to play it. It helped me remember... a friend. What was her name?
You want some friends? Well, check out these guys. I got a whole set.
Lex removes 5 dolls from her bag. One with a mask-like face,
Oh
leaking
my God.
goo-goo. A purple one with a huge eye. A yellow one with a head like a goat. A pink one with a mouth for a face. And a green one, with fur and tentacles. Hannah sees them and knows who they are.
Those are her brothers. They're bad.
Who told you that? That nasty little spider you think is your friend?
Uh-huh.
Well, we've already established she's a lying little turd.
Outside, the sunlight fades. Lex leans over the dolls, coveting them, worshipping them.
The world is theirs, Hannah! All the worlds are theirs! But right here, this can be ours. All you gotta do is agree to stay here, okay? Deep down in Drowsy Town.
Hannah backs away as Lex's voice begins to shift and crack.
I'm not a monster, like they all said! You're my own blood, Hannah! The daughter of my daughter's daughter and of my daughter's daughter!
Not Lexi! It's you!
This thing that's not Lex lurches forward.
Good job,
Her
Hannah.
back bulges up into a spiny hunch that scrapes the ceiling. The electric lights above the bed pop one by one. Dark muck drips down the walls as they crack and crumble. The not Lex grabs its face and pulls. Its skin mask peels away, revealing haggard gray features and a toothless, joyless grin. Hannah stands, trapped in nightmare time, face to face with Willabella Muckwab, the witch in the web.
I gave you the choice. You could have had your sister. Now you will have nothing.
The witch inches closer, dripping and stinking. All around, Hannah's room slowly chips away, leaving the stone walls of the witch's hut. The hag reaches out an enormous clawed hand and strokes Hannah's cheek.
Oh, God.
Your bones will be mine. Your blood will be mine. Your your little mouth, and I'll shit out your ass.
Hannah turns from the grotesque rotting woman, and something on the crooked mantle catches her eye. It glimmers in the firelight. Hannah's ukulele, polished and pristine, almost glowing. For an instant, Hannah's fear is forgotten when she remembers what the instrument means to her. Her love for her sister, her connection to a friend whose name she can almost remember. Seeing it makes Hannah feel powerful. Then she realizes, in nightmare time, a world of dreams and symbols, the ukulele is her power.
That's why you took it!
Hannah pushes past the witch and runs for the fireplace. The witch lunges after her. Her spiny, hunched back scrapes the stone wall, sending a spray of sparks through the hut. Her talons lash. Hannah dives for the mantle.
You took it from me! And you hid it in nightmare time! But it's mine, not yours! I have the power!
She grabs the ukulele and lifts it high above her head. She radiates psychic energy.
I have the power!
Witch pounces, but can't stop Hannah from swinging the ukulele with all her might. It hits the stone wall and smash! The witch's hut explodes into a million pieces. Boulders, bricks, and debris fly off in every direction. Willabella howls as her stronghold in Hannah's mind crumbles away, falling off into nothingness.
Oh my God, she did it.
Soon, all that's left is Hannah, the witch, and a woman with long, white hair.
Webby!
With Hannah's power fully restored, so too is her connection to Webby. The cosmic being smiles at Hannah, then turns to the witch.
Hello, Willabella. You've been hanging around my brothers.
My lord, my king, your king, bitch!
Close your eyes, Hannah.
Hannah covers her eyes. Webby bends down over the witch, who cowers in fear.
You were gonna hurt my friend. I'm going to destroy you now. A ghost? No more. Just be gone.
Webby puts a finger to the witch's forehead, and it starts to flake away. The witch screams as she crumbles to dust. After 200 years, Willabella Muckwab is gone for good. Satisfied, Webby walks to Hannah and lightly touches her shoulder.
Wake up, Hannah.
Hannah's eyes blink open. She's back in her room. Her real room. Duke and Miss Holloway look to her.
Hannah?
I found her. Webby's back. Nightmare time is over.
Duke sets Pamela back on the sofa. She's still out for the count.
What about her?
I have a hunch Pamela's gonna wake up feeling very guilty. She's gonna confess something that's been weighing on her conscience. She might go away for a while. But I'll tell you what, Hannah. What if, somehow, Lex came home?
Really? Ethan too?
I'll see what I can do.
Outside, the sun is rising. With her work here done, Miss Holloway heads for her 1987 Pontiac Firebird. Before she goes, she turns back to Hannah.
You know, I help a lot of kids, and I always give them something when I go. A reminder of the warriors they've become. Here.
From her bag, she produces a navy blue Hatchetfield Nighthawks baseball cap. She offers it to Hannah.
It's imbued with the power of Grayskull. As long as it's on your head, nothing can harm you.
Hannah takes the hat, pulls it on, and spins it backwards. Miss Holloway smiles, winks, and waves to Duke. She gets into her car and revs the engine. Duke puts a hand on Hannah's shoulder, and the two watch Miss Holloway drive off through the Witchwood.
Weird. God, that was. I don't even know.
Why do you haunt me like a ghost? You're supposed to love me the most. Got me in the spell you cast. The iris of your eye is black. Weren't you the one to watch my back? Unlike the wishes you summon. Have you noticed that my trust has turned? You may have taught me, but now I've learned. Gotta catch you before I'm burned. In the web I spin for you. Tendency to stab my back, just like the witches you summon. Have you noticed that my trust has turned? You may have taught me, but now I've learned. I'll enjoy it as I watch you swerve. In the web I spin for you. was worth the fight for. And now I wonder what I worked so hard for. I even thought that I could give my life for you. I was the only one that loved and cared for. Have you noticed that I had it in for? As I grew older that I had no need for. The web has been for. If I'm a trust, I'm gonna trust in me. You may have taught me, but I'm now learning. All this time I've been untangling. The web has been for you.
Oh my! That, man, yeah, that is, I gotta feel like that was just so different than every single other one of the stories with, like, Nightmare Time. Like, I was always expecting something, not necessarily something more, but like, almost like a twist. Like, I was expecting another turn there before the end. That actress that plays Hannah, oh my goodness, she is so talented. She's so good. She brought so much power to that role. Like, I was expecting to laugh. You know, most of these have been not necessarily funny stories, but have had elements of humor. But Lex just played it, or I'm sorry, Hannah just played it so, like, oh man, like you were like just literally watching almost in horror, like what is about to happen. Like, oh, I mean, I guess I didn't need to laugh in this one, but it was a little jarring. Like, oh my God. So this was Black Friday, but Lex and Ethan are obviously in jail for selling the mom's pills. But did the events of Black Friday happen? Like, how does Lex know Willie, or how does Lex know Wiggly and Uncle Wiley? Like, I am a little bit confused there. Yeah, and why was Uncle Wiley there in the first place? Like, as far as I'm concerned, in the original, oh, I guess they are probably all different universes. In the original Black Friday, I mean, Uncle Wiley, he essentially won. I mean, yeah, Linda died, but Wiggly did essentially bring about the end of the world with the, you know, nuclear global holocaust that was about to happen between America and Russia, and then everybody. It's just mutually assured destruction. So I don't know, maybe I missed something there. If anybody can kind of help me make heads or tails of that, please pop it down in the comments. But, oh man, this was powerful. And the description of Nightmare Time when Hannah is going through it, that was actually pretty terrifying. Like, I'm not gonna lie, like putting myself in their position, you know, walking through the forest of planted people. I mean, the hanging, you know, the mutated 3 people in the therapist's Nightmare Time. That was legitimately frightening. Like, that was very scary. Yeah, man. Again, Lang brothers just crushing it. Just absolutely crushing it. I mean, I would say that this story was probably the most straightforward story of the 6, which is really saying a lot. But, you know, it kind of had a clear, you know, this is the conflict, this is the issue. We're going to go into your mind, solve it, you know, defeat the witch, and then everything is going to be good. And that is essentially what happened. I mean, I feel like as far as all of the stories go, this one is probably not one of my favorites. Not that it was bad or anything like that. It was just, I don't know, maybe not quite what I was expecting. I did love, though, in this one, how they brought even more dolls. I thought it was going to be Blinky, Tinky, and Wiggly. No, there's 2 more. There's 2 more. And I bet they will all be for sale for the low price of $49.95. What were your guys' favorite like doll of the 5 of them that they brought out? I think mine's got to be Blinky, just because the eye looked so crazy, and purple is my favorite color, so I will probably have to pick one of those up if they go on sale, which I would imagine they eventually will. But no, man, Nightmare Time was so good. It was so entertaining. It was so much fun. And at moments was incredibly powerful and really made you just feel either happy or more often just completely just like heartbroken and despondent. At least that's what I got from it. But please let me know your guys' favorite story, kind of favorite moments down in the comments. I always love taking a look at that. Thank you so much for watching this with me. It was a great time. And yeah, I will see you all in a reaction very soon.